they've done a lot more than just the vibrating belly massage machine, right? That's the secret, that's the secret. So that totally works though. So fast track fat loss trick. So, there we go. So, work smart and hard. That's what that's supposed to mean. Got it? Yeah, see? Genius. So, fast cardio. Alright, here it comes. Wake up in the morning. Caffeine tab. Okay, 100 milligrams of caffeine. About the same as a cup of coffee. Okay, so if you wake up in the morning, what normally happens if you have fasted cardio by itself, then your body starts to break down its muscle. We don't want that. We want to keep your muscle. On the days that you aren't going to work out here, I would like you to wake up first thing in the morning and go for a walk. Here's the key phrase, non-panting. Non-panting. I want you to walk fast. Max heart rate should be about 120. Okay, when they talk about a fat burning zone, in a fasted cardio state, you're going to burn the most amount of fat doing this. You want the caffeine and the BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. Essentially, these are what muscles need to stay alive, to stay awake. What we're trying to do is basically take the muscle system and the fat system and say, hey, normally when you start to burn these calories, normally you would say, okay, give me some protein, give me some fat. Okay, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to say, in this situation, give me the caffeine, give me the BCAAs. That combination right there means that on the days you don't work out, or if you work out, you can do it, if you work out in the morning, then I'd say, on this morning, don't do this, okay? It's not going to make a difference. You could have, and now the BCAAs need to be drunk while you're going for your walk. You can do it on a treadmill, you can elliptical, whatever you choose. Heart rate doesn't beat 120, go for half an hour to 45 minutes, you'll burn fat faster than anything else I can give you. Okay? If you're an evening person or a lunchtime workout person, you can do this 4 days a week. You can do this on the same days you work out, but I would not recommend it. Okay? This would be something I would do on your low days or on your clean out days. And it would not count as energy. So you could wake up, have this, get home, and then eat. If let's say you woke up at 5 o'clock, did this for half an hour, 45 minutes, and then 8 and 6, your clock starts at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. according to rule number 1 that we covered. We got it? Sweet. Mastering the cheeks. Alright, sweet. So, when we get to an athletic place, and this is the important part to consider, what is an athletic place? What I'm going to say is that Michael Phelps, when he's in the Olympics, everyone talks about how many calories does Michael Phelps eat. It's amazing, like 12,000 calories, right? But he's super lean. How does he get to be super lean? I don't know. Part of it is the massive amount of energy that he puts out. But another part of it is, when Michael Phelps would get out of the pool, someone would hand him a big giant gallon container of chocolate milk. Now Michael Phelps doesn't have an allergy to chocolate milk. Okay, you talk to some Asian bodybuilders, if they have chocolate milk, or some African American bodybuilders, if they have chocolate milk, it's going to be pretty messy about 3 to 4 hours from now. Okay, because their body just is, whoo, whoo. Okay, so mastering the cheeks. So, but Michael Phelps was able to chug down a gallon of chocolate milk as fast as he could. Because here's what happens in the body. So when I exercise hard, what happens is as soon as I stop exercising, the body transitions. And these mechanisms called GLUT4 receptors, which is basically a fancy way to say that the muscle cell opens up like a baby bird. Starts to say, feed me. Now, at the start, we talked about how our body adapts. At the start, when we're working out, the muscle cells go, I don't know what's happening, something happened. But as I get to an athletic place, and that's usually about 3 to 6 months into your working out, where you're at a point where you're working out hard, and you're not at a point where you're holding yourself back because you're scared of hurting yourself. Okay? So if you think about being in that place. So if you're there, what happens immediately after workout is your muscle cells open up and become like baby birds, and they say, feed me. Okay? And you've got about a 30 minute to 2 hour window, okay, to feed that baby bird. It is that muscle cell. So what's funny about that is if you do, like Michael Phelps, have chocolate milk, what happens is that sugar that would normally just float around the bloodstream for a while gets snapped up by that baby bird muscle cell. Got it? So, if I want to have a cheap meal, if I want to eat off the plan, what I'll say is that you can actually do that within a 30 minute to 2 hour window after your workout. after Red Rocks. We do Red Rocks workouts Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. Immediately after that, if you can go get yourself whatever it is you feel like, then that will actually go straight into the muscle cell, not into the fat stores. How is that different? Here's how it's different. For fat to be broken down into energy requires a very complex cycle, it's called the Krebs cycle, basically, but what happens is that piece right there has to go from A to B. It would be almost the equivalent of me saying, someone saying, hey, can I have 200 bucks? I'm like, yeah, no worries, it's right in my wallet. If it's right in my muscle cell, I can use it right away. My body has no problem with it. However, if it's in my fat store, it's equivalent of me saying, okay, no worries, let me write a check, go to the bank, get them to give me the money, and then I can give it to you. It's a much more lengthy process. Make sense? So, if you want to have that food, then I would say this is the best way to do it. And funnily enough, again, having that food, having that one day cheat, now having that one meal cheat, you have actually a 1 hour period. What's really funny about this is that actually, regardless of whether you're in shape or not, once a week, if you have this meal that is a high carb meal, as long as you have it within a 1 hour window, this is what the research shows. If you have it within a 1 hour window, then it actually causes all sorts of metabolic boosting. Your metabolism goes woo, through the roof. However, if you eat off plan, let's say, for all day, ruins everything. Got it? So that's the key thing to remember. You can have, this is probably the best news you've heard today, right? Is all of a sudden you go, wow, I can eat something off plan, as long as I do it within a 1 hour window. Now, I'm not saying you need to have your own drinking contest or anything like that. You're like, yeah, wrong. Okay? But what I'd say is, if you're going to enjoy it, from that first drink to that last bite of dessert, okay, that's your 1 hour window. Count that. Okay, calculate that. Don't make it and here's where it really becomes helpful for us. You can keep this one in your pocket. Because we're all human beings. None of us are made of stone. The part where we really get destroyed is where we eat something bad, and then we go, I ruined everything. Right? And then all of a sudden you walk in the office, you feel crappy because you had the breakfast muffin that someone left over from the night before. Then you get in the office and someone's like, happy birthday to you. And you're like, cake! Why not? I'm a terrible human being. Right? And so all of a sudden, we've come on this cycle. Rebecca, who's one of the people who was one of the top people in our challenge, she looks amazing. If you see the pictures, so I'll grab a flyer on the way out. She looks fantastic. Her mantra was, do the right thing next. Do the right thing next. So if you mess it up, enjoy it. You've got your 1 hour. Get into it, do it. If you want to get that food plan followed, then I would say, if you want to plan it, because sometimes when we plan it, all of a sudden it takes the guilt out of it. Someone says, you're eating off plan. I will sometimes eat things, and people will see me eating those things, and they'll be like, I got you, you're eating something off plan. And I'll say, just worked out, suck it, right there. Plus, the size I am, I need to eat about 4,000 calories a day just to exist. So that's my presentation. The important part to me is you understand that you have 5 different pieces, okay? 5 different pieces that you can follow. If you can follow those, and then I haven't given any sort of hard and fast rule, all I've said is, the only thing I've really said supplement-wise is BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, okay, and the caffeine tablet. And I recommend the caffeine tablets because I want you to be able to have that. So when you wake up, you have that, and then you get dressed, get ready. It takes about 10 minutes for it to kick in. And when it kicks in, then you'll find that cardio part of the morning, super easy, right? Because you've got your morning buzz. If you want to have another cup of coffee afterwards, tell your call, your prerogative. Okay? I'm not anti-caffeine. I'm anti-caffeine after about 11, 12 o'clock when it starts to interfere with your sleep cycle, which is another important piece, but I'm not going to get into that today. I'm not going to try and give you guys the obvious stuff. Okay? I'm not going to talk about cortisol hormones. All I'm here to say is that if you want to be at your best weight, then the thing that holds us back most of the time is the foods we eat that are off plan, the foods we eat that cause us to retain water, the foods we eat off plan that vary our blood sugar, the foods we eat that cause us to retain water, and the way we eat our foods. So I really appreciate you guys taking time being here tonight. I know